YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in the legendary West Rome campaign. And I am excited. We got a lot of fun stuff. So I went ahead and took Sextus out of this army because that was requested by Sextus. So he's returning home as a statesman. He'll be back on the next turn, and we're going to put him in charge of this army here, which I've renamed Pugno Sextus, or however you pronounce that, which basically means the Fist of Sextus. So we renamed the army for him. It was kind of funny. This army that's all cav is already called Equestris, so that's perfect. This was the Empire Strikes Back. I believe this was the Legion command. Wasn't this the Legion commanded by Appius? I believe it was at one point. So we might need to find kind of our next. Well, there's this Appius Marcellus. He's a governor. We could put Appius Marcellus in charge of it. He's only got 4 loyalty, though. We got this Horatia Flavianus over here. Yeah, I'll think about it. We've got some possibilities. It looks like, so this guy is the son of the Emperor. This is the true heir to the Empire right here, which is kind of interesting. We need to get him out and into some combat, too. So Maximinus Cotta Umbrenius. Maximinus Umbrenius Cottus. Wow, he's got quite the name there. So we're going to have to get him into combat. And honestly, I mean, Sextus is old. He's older than Flavius by a number of years. Who knows how much longer he'll last. So Maximinus will lead the empire in the stead of his father as the only true birth heir. The rest of these guys were adopted. So yeah, it will be pretty exciting to have that take place. We defeated the Hun army over here. I do believe we are ready to potentially end the turn, though. There was the mercenary onager that I can disband and, yeah, save a pretty considerable amount of upkeep. So that means that we're down a unit in both these armies. We can look at some kind of mercenary something here. Some step-mounted bows, huh? I don't guess that would be a bad thing. They have Parthian shot, rapid advance, all kinds of stuff. And then we can put some step lancers in the other one. This will end up not saving me a ton of money over having gotten rid of the other, but whatever. That mercenary onager I can turn into 2 units and still save a little money. Hopefully we'll be getting some of our economy back together as the food situation in certain provinces goes back up. Now, we will never recover to the point where we were until the climate change effects end, and that's because we lost so much agricultural income. Now, some ways to overcome that for me right now. I think that I've finished the research, yes, that allows me to build the wine emporium, and that would be a good way to go because the wine emporium is going to take me from the Tabernae, which is still not bad. It's 750 wealth from commerce. We can bump that up to... The wine emporium is 1,200 wealth from commerce. So this is going to be a way that we can make extra money with the wine markets. And I think we were ready to build one at Narbo as well. I like the music in this game. Really is good. I don't think I have it turned up very loud, but the throat singing is pretty cool, actually. Let's see. So we got the fishing jetties. We're at 7 growth. I need 7 for there and there. We got the giant cloaca here. I don't know. We're going to have like sanitation beyond what we need, but that's also speeding the growth, so I don't want to get rid of it at the moment. We got these sheep pens. In order to have better food, well, we still get pretty good wealth out of this sheep pen in this province. Quite a bit of wealth, actually. And Narbo is not so desolate as to require me to change these buildings. I'm not sure exactly what all I want to spend the rest of that money on at the moment. I do know that I want some more wine markets throughout the empire where possible to drive up some income. And we do have, like, Carthago Nova would be a good place for one once we get the extra growth. But growth is slow in this province. Let's see what else. Yeah, we've got the one building in Carthage. Leptis. I mean, the Imperial Library is giving me basically one free turn of research in every 5, so that's not a bad building to have. And we get 1,250 wealth from culture out of it. And wealth from culture, again, is immune to the it's immune to the effects, obviously, of climate change, which makes it pretty useful. This is a governor, so having the extra public order will be worthwhile. I think we are ready to end this turn, and let's just see what happens. Man, I love this campaign. So much fun. I really want to try and get rid of the Huns fairly quick because I want to start reconquering the Empire. And that means we'll have to betray the Swabi and the Alamans and all the rest and take back the land that is rightfully ours, and then some. So there will be betrayals. Alright. Just gonna kill the captives there. I could look into trying to stabilize the public order there. It's not like having enough food really matters in that province because we're not going to make any money off of it anyway. I just hate having to import food to it whenever we're at a time when food is rather scarce as it is.
This is a time for just, proud men to unite in strength. That is why I propose this.
Well, that would make sense. So they're a tributary state of the Swabians. I'll go ahead and accept their non-aggression pact because there's no reason for me to try and anger them. So Axum has declared war on the East Romans. I'm still going to keep entering the war. The East Romans have tried to make a comeback here. And I'm not worried about Axum causing me any trouble. I need to set a new war coordination target as well. I don't know if we can set one on the Huns, but I will try. If not, then maybe I'll set one on the Quadians, and we'll see if my minions can get my revenge on the Quadians. Yeah, look at this. See, this is why I put those 2 armies together. Remember? I said we better put the 2 armies together, or else the Huns are going to try and come back and team up and hit me. And sure enough, here they are. Wow. Look at all the Devil Archers. Devil Cav. Step Noble Cataphracts. These guys are about to get an extremely unpleasant corner camping. Wow. Yeah, that is so many Huns. Let's go ahead and fight this. There is no way that these guys can break through 2 lines of Herculani Senores. Now, the only reason I'm really going to corner camp here, I know I can beat these guys on open ground, but there's a lot of charging cavalry, and my chances of properly bracing before it are low. There's also going to be arrows flying everywhere from horse archers, and the best way to defend against it is to have my guys in Testudo in a defensible location. And this is actually going to be the best corner to camp. The other one, once you go up and over this hill, it's all downhill into the corner, so the Huns will be getting nice downhill charges. So I'm actually going to take this corner over here. And as far as my general goes, I actually think I'm going to leave my general outside of the quarter camp. This could be risky, but none of these are generals that I'm massively fond of. At least I'm not fond enough of them that I know who they are. Come on, get in there and hide. There we go. Scole Palatina. Scoli. Whatever I call them, I'm sure is not right. Okay, so I've got my cavalry hidden there. What I want to do is get all these infantry. Alright, we're going to start the battle. I'm going to create a very thick line.
Enemy reinforcements have arrived. The enemy draws near. Roma Invicta.
Oh, crap. This could be a problem. Oh, yeah, my reinforcements are coming from a different direction, and the Huns are all over me. I got hit by these first wave lancers. That is a pretty capable unit. While that unit holds them down, I mean, they may have to be sacrificed. Sacrifices must be made. I've got a reinforcing army coming on from another direction. Wow, my guys got a little bit torn up by the approaching Huns. I'm going to sacrifice one more unit there. Holy cow. My guys are getting ripped apart. That might be from my own crossbows right here, actually. Okay, I've got my guys into shield wall, so we should be safe now. Let's take all these units. And I'm going to start forming up a line. Okay, so I've got my my corner camp successfully set here. I'm taking a lot of fire from the enemy horse archers. Let's switch to flaming. I'm gonna try and... Wow, they've got some fancy horse archers out here and lots of them. I should have a good angle on them, though, here with my crossbows. And my infantry is getting hit pretty hard. I can always bring my cavalry out to assist as needed. But my crossbows returning fire now should start to do me a lot of good. That army is going to get reformed. Oh, man, I moved my Comez. Better get him to safety. I want to hold my cavalry back there in reserve for now. I just don't see any need to get hasty. My arrows are successfully going over the top of my own men because I'm not getting any penalty from flaming shot. And my guys will be safe from the Hunnic arrows as long as they stay in shield wall, or mobile testudo. It's the charges that were killing me. The charges from these steppe chieftains and no-cores. No-cores are a very competent melee cavalry. I'm going to start pulling up my reinforcements to try and get behind the Huns. There's going to be a whole nother Hun stack on the way. A lot of my guys are no longer in testudo. Okay. My guys are now in testudo. They must have a good missile block chance because a lot of them were no longer in testudo. Yeah, there's more Hunnic cavalry behind me. Steppe noble cataphracts. We're going to have to watch out for that. Oh, yeah, we're getting ambushed already from the side of the map here. We're going to have to get ready to face this other Hun stack here. This is going to get tricky because I'm going to have to keep my attention on multiple fronts at the same time. We're starting to get some breaches of our lines over here. Most of these Hunnic archers are almost out of ammo, though, so I'm going to go ahead and move this way. I want to try and hurry and get my reinforcements over here, but there's Hunnic reinforcements coming on. Okay. Attack those guys. I'm losing some of my men right here in the center. My infantry's taking a beating from all this cavalry. I'm gonna go ahead and slam right into these Bosphoran warriors. We're at. Okay, it's this, okay, that's my Comez. Kind of just trying to get a couple of defensive positions set up here. We wrecked the Bosphoran warriors. Let's help my horse archers who took a shot here. Crap. No. I don't have my guys grouped very well, and it's costing me. Okay, we're about to get charged by first wave lancers. Alright, one of my Ballistara units is not retreating. Okay, I'm going to push these horse archers against the edge of the map. Let's do the same here. And I'm going to do a mobile testudo here. Okay, let me just get my Ballistari switched over. I'm going to hit this Steppe Chieftain real quick with a pretty hard barrage. That'll definitely reduce the damage that he does to my infantry. Whew! Those horse archers, man. They outrange my crossbows, and it's an issue. I need some units to help buffer the distance between me. Try and get rid of these Bosphoran warriors and then rear charge this stuff. My corner camping here was successful, but not nearly as successful as I hoped. Why do these guys keep not being in testudo? Okay, the Huns are coming in with another YOLO right here. Noble Steppe Cataphracts. I'm going to help out against the Noble Steppe Cataphracts. Okay, we cleaned up these horse archers that were on the edge of the map. And we've cleaned this up too. So our corner camping army was successful. Now I just need to use these elite Ballistari, and they are getting hit hard by the Hunnic bowmen. I've taken a lot of damage at the hands of the Hunnic bowmen. Let's pull our cavalry a little further back where they can't be hit by the Hunnic horse archers. My infantry is just getting absolutely ransacked by Nokor's cavalry. Those guys are going to have insane stats. You can see my guys were in mobile testudo. All this Hunnic devil cavalry. Let's pour some extra units in. Equites Prima Gallia. Scolae Palatinae should be able to... I'm still going to take a lot of damage, but I've got to stop that charge. I'm just going to throw some extra hit points in here. Okay, my Scola are going to have lost badly on the charge, but should do okay in prolonged combat. I'm going to move up a little bit with these crossbows. Their horse archers are lasting a lot longer in combat than I would like. What? Yeah, he was getting shot. Shoot. I don't know who he was. But the Hunna Horse Archers had him targeted and I didn't notice. But I didn't lose this general over here. Not that big of a deal. Look at this. Filthy Huns. That Hunnic Devil Archer is going to just absolutely destroy my Elite Ballistari there. Come on, get back. The infantry in this fight are kind of helping my men hold together longer. This is a problem right here, though. These Devil Archers in melee are going to destroy. I'm just going to hit the Devil Archers with flaming. It'll rout my own crossbow unit, but it's the price I'm going to have to pay right here to get rid of the Devil Archers. And they are taking a surprising amount of fire still. My guys keep coming out of Testudo after having been attacked, so nice of Creative Assembly to have fixed that bug once and for all. They didn't. I'm being sarcastic. It's a bit risky, but I'm going to pull these cav units over here. This army over here is getting chopped up. Just persistent missile fire here. And these Hunnic Horse Archers, I'm going to countercharge them with shot cavalry. I want to save some cavalry for late game, even if it's just a little bit. Wow, man, they have just absolutely wrecked on my armies. Because they were YOLOing their cavalry and knocking my guys out of mobile Testudo, it's made it to where their archers were actually able to do a lot of damage. Look at this. Their Hunnic Horse Archers beat all my Cataphractari in melee, even though I had infantry support there. Okay, all their cavalry is going to YOLO in now. We might as well use this Comez, because the general's already dead. Wow. I actually thought that was going to be a gigantic, massive victory for us, and it wasn't. It was not at all. I lost more men than the Huns because they were mostly cavalry units. Doesn't entirely surprise me, though, because units like No-Course Cavalry have very high melee attack. And cavalry in general are just very deadly in Attila, and combine the fact that this is legendary, and it just really does not surprise me that a lot of their cavalry got a lot of kills. Like I said, these No-Cores are insane. The Devil Cavalry also very good, and the Noble Steppe Cataphracts, First Wave Lancers, these guys are all very, very good. Very good troops. Hunnic Devil Cav, No-Cores. Yeah, so some very tough troops. I'm actually going to take on warriors so that it takes me less time to retrain. I did lose a couple of elite infantry that we're going to have to retrain, so a few units of them. But, I mean, I doubt the Huns have more units nearby, or else they probably would have sent them. And the good thing is I didn't entirely destroy those stacks, so they're going to have to either retrain or rebuild them, or a combination of both. So that actually ends up being, although it was an ugly victory for me, it was still good. There is Attila moving towards Romula. So he is still just north. What is that river there? Is that the Danube? I don't know which river's which. It looks like he's in Dacia still, if I'm seeing the map right, which I very well could not be.
There is a time when warriors must sheathe the sword.
Yeah, I don't need a war with the Rugians right now, so I'll take their peace treaty. No. Quadians, sorry. Wow, I can't believe the Quadians didn't attack me right there. They could have finished off both my stacks. What a bunch of dummies. All the more reason for me to wipe them out. Maybe they hope that by being nice that I wouldn't wipe them out, but I'm going to. Man, look at all the stuff Sextus has. What a beast. He's a strategist, vanguard, logistician, overseer, vicarious, cavalry commander, fleet commander, sentinel, dux, infantry commander, and legatus. I like it, man. He has got some accolades to his name, except for this unpopular. How could Sextus be unpopular? What a load of crap. Arrogant, I get it. Probably so, actually, even. Okay, so this is my faction heir, and I think we'll go ahead and put him in one of the legions. He's in the 30th Legion, Ulpia Victrix. We'll go ahead and put him in there so that he has an army to command. And we'll start getting him some battle experience. Okay, but let's get him back to safety, first of all, before we forget. I renamed Aquelia Crimson Fields in remembrance of the Onager crew who died in the first battle against the Huns because all the red flowers that were there. So I named it Crimson Fields. If you think you have a better name for him, you can let me know. But I thought that'd be kind of cool. So that was a memorial to those who died for both our entertainment and to save the other troops. So impressive work on their part. I'm going to disband that unit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 infantry here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, sure enough, 10 infantry. 10 infantry is probably enough infantry. I'm actually thinking about going over here and tanking up on a little more cavalry.
March. Destination reached.
Okay. And that is... This is the blood heir to the empire right here. Maximinus. Would have been a lot easier had they just named him Maximus. Let's see. He's got these Heruli Senores. Let's put some... let's see... Celte Senoras. Let's put some of these Invicti Senoras in his army. Those guys look pretty cool.
Come, fight for Rome.
So it'll be 2 turns for him to recruit those. This Mercenary Steppe Lancer, I'm going to keep it there for now, but I think I'm going to replace it with another Cav, because the Steppe Lancer's not going to be particularly good. And then this army here is where I want Sextus. Is this guy a family member? I don't think he is. No, he's not. What's with the loyalty on this guy, man? Get your crap together. I'm going to get Sextus's wife to secure some loyalty on this fool. Alright. We've got really good dominion at this point. Let's see, this guy's in a navy and he's not particularly loyal either. So again, let's maybe take this wife and secure loyalty here. Just to keep an eye on some of those guys. Okay. I think we are good for now. Okay, and then my heir has he's got a veteran in his army to help it rank up. That's good, because that'll help him have a really good army. We need to bring Sextus into this army, so let's come in here. And we're going to boot this character. And we'll bring Sextus in, and he's now commanding an army that is his own namesake here. So again, that's the Fist of Sextus. We're going to put some armor upgrades on his bodyguard as well. We have a little more money because the upkeep went down from me losing those troops. But we also gained some food. And yes, look at this. We actually got rid of a couple of the provinces in the red. So some of that income may be more permanent. Britannia is now at 0. But on the next turn, it'll go positive. So that's pretty darn good news. And Caledonia at Hibernia is still at minus 25. We're going to get 20 more there. And we're going to get more here at the Food Emporium in 3 turns as well. So yeah, it'll go positive as well. So that's very good news. Very good news indeed. So all of those will be positive on food. Belgique will be the only province that is not, and I'm not really that worried about it. We may be... No, we won't be able to get it positive. But it does not matter. Not at this point, at least. I've got these armies that are trying to work their way back down into Italy. It's just taking them a long time because they're taking a rather awkward path. I'm going to keep force marching in this way. They'll probably take a little bit of winter attrition, but we'll get them back. And Attila, if I saw him right, I believe is... Yeah, he's over here in Dacia. So we are safe for the moment. I think I'm going to go ahead and end another turn. Got an admiral who has ranked up here. Oh, there's a couple of things I wanted to check on, actually. Let's see. Yeah, this was it, actually, these fleets. Why am I at war with the Geats? Did they declare war on me and I didn't notice? Sure enough, somehow. Huh. I don't really know how I did that. Did they declare war on the Eastern Romans or something, maybe? I wasn't paying... No, it was Axum who did that. Somehow I ended up at war with the Geats again. My troops need to retrain a little bit. And we're going to have to turn around and go back and give these guys a butt kicking. This time, though, I think I am going to permanently destroy them. So that I don't have to put up with this anymore. Okay, we'll be back in friendly waters at Camalodunum pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know why you're at war with me again, but that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Alright, so wiped out those filthy Geats. This is why we left an army here, for this very purpose, so this will turn out to be good. I'm going to get these fleets properly retrained to handle the Geats, and it's a good thing we kept those fleets intact as well. Oh, I don't know. Ah, man. I did end the turn this time. There's a couple other things I wanted to check on, but... Yeah, okay, there he goes. My agent's walking down there. We're good. Never mind. What the Visigoths are always up to with their stupid little transport fleets.
You are strong and wise, and yet I want...
Oh, I don't need any wars against the Langobards. I'm good, Swabians. Thank you very much. I really want to get Sextus in a fight with Attila, if at all possible. I'm going to have to send a couple of armies out together. Okay, so there's another pretty large Hun stack. Looks like over towards Pannonia. We've given the Huns a pretty good beatdown. I don't know how many stacks they'll have, but we've killed 3 of them to a pretty significant extent. Now, of course, they can retrain. And we all saw how dangerous they can be there since they can YOLO and knock my guys out of Mobile Testudo. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I don't care if we lose. Why is it at... Way to go. I had to bribe him. What a bunch of crap. Dork. I don't feel like castrating or anything else because it's going to make these people hate me and it may cause political repercussions. So I'm just going to have to forget it on that. That's irritating. Very irritating. I wonder if he can have loyalty secured by his own wife. No. That'd be hilarious. So both these guys, why is their loyalty so low? Really doesn't make any sense. If they, everybody's loyalty is all of a sudden very low. Look at this guy down here at 2. What the heck? What's going on with that? Office given to subordinate. Oh my gosh. What a fat whiner. So who's the subordinate that we gave the office to? Anatolius Ruga. Is this him here? That's Pavo. Oh, you want me to give you an office there, Ruga? Make you feel better? What do you mean office given to subordinate? Doesn't even make any sense. There's no one underneath him over here, so maybe he's just mad at these people. Is it the same deal with this guy? Let's show the details here and take a look. That's not what I meant to click. Click this one. Office given to a subordinate. So sure enough, they're mad because I promoted someone over here. Well, how about this? I bet I kick you all out of your positions, and let's see if that makes you happy. There. Wine bags. See if that fixes your problem. Alright. Anyway, that's all the time I have for tonight. We'll see if that fixes a little bit of the loyalty issues by kicking those guys out and see if one of them is the one causing it. And then maybe I'll do a little experimentation to see if we can implement it more properly. On the next turn, I do want to get Sextus back out into the battlefield with some support, obviously, from other armies. These guys are going to be taking some nasty winter attrition, but I don't really care. I'm just going to keep them moving home. They'll survive. Little frostbite didn't... Well, okay, yeah, it did kill someone. Oh, jeez, I'm so cruel. Tarraco is still a little bit in the negative on food. So I'm going to go ahead and just deploy this priest. It's in the positive, though, in terms of public order, so we're good. In fact, let's go over here just real quick before I end this. Diplomatic status, region, public order. Public order is actually very good across the empire. Region wealth, region growth, religion, attitude. Attitude deploy here. We actually have pretty good size of the map that's feeling politely towards us. Just all these holdouts over here, but most of the folks up here are actually feeling somewhat kind towards me. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this episode. HeirofCarthage signing.